With each passing day, it becomes increasingly evident that divisions within the West are deepening regarding military and financial assistance to Ukraine. NATO has spent a week urging member nations to bolster support for Ukraine in halting the Russian invasion and countering Vladimir Putin's aggression. Now, the UK has called out the US Congress for stalling the military aid package destined for Ukraine. The UK's Foreign Secretary is scheduled to visit the US and meet with top government officials. Sources indicate that a primary agenda item for the talks will be reproaching the US for not doing enough to aid Ukraine. Reports suggest he will make sensational claims, asserting that the US is jeopardizing Western security by withholding aid to Ukraine. During their face-to-face meeting, the Foreign Secretary will urge Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House of Representatives, to intervene and prevent his Republican colleagues from continuing to obstruct support efforts. According to the Telegraph newspaper, Lord Cameron will emphasise that both the UK and the EU have committed substantial financial assistance to Ukraine over the coming year, urging America to do the same. President Joe Biden's aid package, totalling £75 billion, would provide additional military support to Ukraine. Earlier this year, the UK announced an additional £2.5 billion in aid to assist Ukraine in its fight against the Russian invasion, while the European Union pledged a further €50 billion. However, Joe Biden's $95 billion bill, which includes security assistance for Ukraine, is being obstructed by the US President's Republican opponents in the House of Representatives. These claims echo sentiments expressed in a joint article penned by David Cameron and his French counterpart, Stéphane Séjourné. In the Telegraph article, the UK and France issued a rallying cry for increased support for Ukraine, stating, "We are both absolutely clear. Ukraine must win this war. If Ukraine loses, we all lose." They emphasized that failing to support Ukraine now would incur far greater costs than repelling Putin, urging collective action to ensure victory over Russia. Furthermore, they stressed that it is not solely the responsibility of France and Britain to address these challenges, calling for broader international cooperation. Earlier this week, Cameron reiterated in a tweet that both the EU and US must contribute more financial aid to Ukraine.
Get on the phone to Speaker Johnson in the House of Representatives in Congress in America. Britain's put forward its money for Ukraine this year, so's the European Union. America needs to do it. That is blocked in Congress. Speaker Johnson can make it happen in Congress. I'm going to go and see him next week and say we need that money. Ukraine needs that money. It is American security, it's European security, it's Britain's security that's on the line in Ukraine, and they need our help.
On Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Ukraine would face defeat unless Congress passed the military assistance package. Zelensky emphasized it is imperative to make it clear to Congress that if it fails to assist Ukraine, Ukraine will lose the war. If Ukraine loses, other states will be vulnerable to attack. Kyiv's forces have been on the defensive since a major offensive last year failed to achieve significant progress. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, Russian forces repelled Ukrainian army offensives in multiple directions, including Donetsk, Avdiivka, and Kupiansk on Sunday. They also destroyed a Ukrainian military warehouse containing unmanned boats provided by NATO countries. Additionally, Russian forces targeted Ukrainian air defense missile systems, surveillance and targeting radars, ammunition depots, and other strategic assets. Russian air defense systems intercepted numerous rockets fired by the Ukrainian army and downed several Ukrainian drones in the Belgorod and Bryansk regions. Kharkiv remains a focal point of conflict as Russia launched 32 Iranian-made Shahed drones and 6 missiles on April 6th, killing at least 6 people and injuring 11 others in Ukraine's second largest city.